I hope it can. I think one of the problems is where we don't have a clearly defined sense of justice, and we have a strong attachment to certain things or institutions. We want those things to be just. And so without the clearly defined sense of justice beforehand, we look at those things and we say, well, they must be just. And then kind of either intentionally or subconsciously deny things that would go counter to that. But I think one way forward is kind of teaching people abstractly about justice and about morality without yet applying it to institutions, giving them those tools.
Give me one example, for instance.
So in fact, I had a student come to my office hours yesterday, and she had asked, so maybe in the second or third week of the semester this year, we were discussing the decision to drop the atomic bomb on Hiroshima. And part of that lesson plan was, well, there was a 50-year narrative that was told by the U.S. government. And then in the early 90s, you had more information become declassified. And some of that information were memorandums between Truman and Stimson, in which they are obvious counterexamples to the official narrative that was told, which brings up the question of, well, okay, is this narrative that was told, it's questionable that's justified, right? But now that narrative's not even correct. And she came up after class and said, where can I read more about this? And I suggested a book to her called Bombing Civilians. And she came into my office hours yesterday and said, I'm reading this book, and it's just, she in fact used the word soul crushing. Just everything that she's never heard about and that has been done by not just the United States, but world powers. And I think that gives me hope, that just the kind of intellectual curiosity of some individuals to go in and read with kind of an abstract open mind and then say, wait a second. And I think she'll be somebody who goes on and talks to other people about this and says, hey, do you know about this? And I think that type of stuff, so if we can teach people just some basics about what justice demands and some basics about what our presumptive default stances should be, right? So one default stance should be, well, we shouldn't harm others without obvious justification, as opposed to, well, as long as it's not obviously unjust, we can harm others. And I think that's an easy lesson, and one that abstractly most people would accept. If we can arm them with that and then also give them real facts and reliable information, then I think we can move forward, or at least I hope.